Bob Orton Jr., who just 7 years earlier was involved at ringside in the main event of WrestleMania. Is it like that, that sponsoring racket, that scam that some indie promoters do, where Ray Brandt sponsored Bob Orton Jr.? I have seen Fake Doink and Heidenreich in the Golden Corral parking lot. It's an all-time classic. Chris Adams in the ring. Chris Adams also... Ray Brandt should be able to, just rename one of these guys Ray Brandt. Greg Valentine is the ref.
Right now to you, Rick. You're going to look at classic American style
Wrestling with the first British guy on the show. Hey, Reliable Arbiter. Every time I see your name, I want to call you Reliable Biter, because I can't read very well, apparently. Hey, Ryan Wilson on YouTube. Yeah, it's weird, the turnover in wrestling. You could be on WrestleMania, and within 18 months, you're in front of 50 people somewhere. Reliable Bear Biter. These two are very good. And this match will probably be very good. It is just wild where they were a few years ago and where they're at now. That is how quick wrestling turns. Yeah, Adams. I think Chris Adams is just a victim of WWF eating everybody up. I mean, if the territories continued, he would have had runs in a lot of places, not just Texas. Now Terry Funk's just ripping on steroid, guys. I love it. Chris Adams did train Steve Austin, and then they feuded in Texas, and they did a deal where Austin brought in Chris Adams' ex-wife as his manager, and then Austin and Chris Adams' ex-wife Jeannie got married themselves. 92 was maybe the lowest point in American wrestling ever, Ryan Wilson on YouTube. Like I mentioned up top, we got the sex scandals in the WWF, we got the drug scandals in the WWF. WCW artistically is great, but business is just in the toilet.
I'll tell you what, Orton will figure out that, and he realizes after that trade-off, you won't see Orton come back in there for another trade-off with a fist again. He'll back away. He'll be smart. I really, really love his style. I love his...
Yeah, I'm excited for the Chris Adams Dark Side of the Ring in the same way that I was excited for the Iron Claw. I know it's going to make me sad, but I want to see it. Hey, Princess Allie, we are watching Chris Adams in 1992. Some amphitheater, that's a nice way of describing this building, in Louisiana. Chris Cole episode of Dark Side of the Ring is going to be awesome. That dude had a wild life. And I'm excited for more people to get to find out about it.
He's not going to pull him all the way out because he figures it might possibly be a disqualification. So he's going to push.
Disqualification. Yeah, there's not a lot of Chris Colt matches out there. And the ones that are, it's like the end of his career. He had a wild life. This is not the GWF, this is the NWF. From Louisiana. Look at Bob Orton hailing Satan. This was a startup by Buck Robley in the old Mid-South area that lasted about a month or two. But the talent is ridiculous. Yeah, I love that. That's what Off the Grid is. If you've never seen an alley, it's random stuff that I'm pretty sure nobody owns the trademarks or the copyrights to, so I can run it on YouTube. That's what Off the Grid is. WCW Deep Cuts Live is a different beast. This is the real weird shit. The promoter of the NWF was a guy named Buck Robley, who was involved in Mid-South, Florida. A lot of the old school wrestling guys say Buck Robley's one of the smartest wrestling minds ever. I could see that, Ryan Wilson. Iron Claw making you feel sad. I watched it twice. But I'm always kind of sad anyway, so... Buck Robley's real name was Ray Brant Dodge. I'm sure that was the sponsorship tier. Was that Ray Brant got the rights to name somebody there. Also, the ring posts look real dangerous. I don't like the ring posts. And WCW used those a lot in the past too, where they have that like bar that goes like kind of down and around.
Well, you better start pulling for your boy then.
And that's my... Nobody's breaking into my house, I assure you. What's this move here? Is Bob Orton just going to invent a really cool new move? Look at that, that was cool, I like that. Like a fish hook backbreaker with a... like a chicken wing. Second time! We've had a Greg Valentine comparison to this referee. It's ponytail ref with kind of the bangs coming down. I did not, Jonathan. I try not to watch Joey Janela matches. Look at that. Look at that. There we go, a cravat. Look at that. I love a good 3/4 chancery. A version of... Come on, Terry. You know what that is. You know what that is, Terry. Yeah, Randy is really starting to look like his dad. Like, really starting to look like his dad in the face. That's a neat... I love this. I love old wrestling. Kind of excited. Look at that super kick. We can go, that's a knee, and everybody goes crazy. Funk and another guy. Just whoever they found locally. I forget his name. Ramblin' Rick, I think is what he called him. What a super kick, and that's not the finish. Chris Adams is going up top. Look at these people in the background going crazy. What was that? I go up top and then just jump down for my move. It might be Ray Brant's brother. That makes sense. If Ramblin' Rick, is he doing a moonsault? What the hell, Bob? If we've if we had unearthed Bob Orton's moonsault, that would have been great. I box this with God. Yeah, that would have been... There are some things. He's in the ropes. Come on. Greg the Mallet Valentine. Enziguri, possibly? There we go. I love how Chris Adams hit his finisher like 2 minutes ago, and then they just moved on. I love it, Brian. Referee looks like everybody's middle school friend's weird aunt. Bobby Orton. More people should have called him Bobby Orton. That sounds better than Bob Orton Jr. He does kind of look like Todd Sinclair. Like Todd Sinclair's like brother that kind of just plays D&D. and like hangs out in basements.
Well, you know, in the future we got bees and we got lights.
Like, veterans now complain about, like, oh, guys are doing too much in the second match. This is a main event match right here. This is the doing a lot of 1992.
Here comes Adam up on the top. Looks like a flying body press.
Oh, Chris Adams with the sunset, the kiss that don't miss. No! Near fall!
Oh, I'm glad that didn't happen.
What is happening? Again, that child is just standing in the middle of the aisle.
That is correct.
These two are having way too good of a match for this place. And again, this is the second match on the show.
Orton's taking a breather now. Let's see what he's going to do from here.
There's no pretty blue mats.
Gentlemen, Chris Adams needs a breather also right now. These guys have been at it since the bell sounded.
I thought he said these guys have been addicts, and I'm like, well, for Chris Adams at least, yeah.
All matches are 10 minutes. One ball, 10 minutes. Oh,
Look at that. Fighting in the crowd now. They're doing everything. Like, imagine all the other guys in the back. Like, fuck these guys. Sitting back there in their underwear playing cards. Wanting to go out there and do their suplex finishes. And these guys are out there having the best damn match anybody's seen in Louisiana in 5 years.
that forces the competitors to push themselves. Not waste any time.
Are they doing a double count out? Did somebody refuse to do a JOB?
These guys, as we mentioned before, they've been going at it since the bell sounded. When this match is over,
I didn't even notice they don't have an apron. Shades of like half of the indies that are running now. You spend all this money on like decent talent,
this has been one heck of a shot for safety.
and then you don't get an apron for your ring. Come on, Ray Brandt should have bought an apron for you guys.
There's a bell right there, ladies and gentlemen. I felt like that time was getting
Okay, yeah, the match is over even though Chris Adams is back up. But we're just going to commercial.